Did you know that the European Union is the only region in the world that has dedicated legislation that gives workers and multinational companies the opportunity and the tools to engage in social dialogue with their central management, to be informed and consulted about what is happening in their companies and which could impact their working lives? And this since 1994, when the first European Works Council directive was adopted. The potential is enormous, albeit not always well understood. The 2009 recast and the 2025 revision of the EWC directive further strengthens the information and consultation rights and reinforces the central role for social dialogue in multinational companies. European Works Councils. In this video, we explain what they are, how they are created, how they work, and how EFBWW can support them. What is a European Works Council? An EWC, short for European Works Council, is a council established with the purpose of informing and consulting employees within multinational companies operating in the European Union. It provides a structure where trade union and worker representatives from different countries can meet and discuss with central management, where they are informed and consulted on transnational matters. On the workers' side, the representatives are elected or designated according to the respective national legislations, with an important role for national trade unions and works councils. Imagine a construction company operating in Belgium, Germany, France, and Poland, considering a restructuring, a merger, a relocation, or any other transnational decision that may impact working conditions and health and safety of workers in the group, regardless the number of workers and countries concerned. When there is a European Works Council in place, workers must be informed and consulted before such decisions are taken. The EWC directive ensures workers have a seat at the table. European Works Councils empower worker and trade union representatives by giving them a voice and a place to meet the corporate decision makers, ensuring that their concerns and perspectives can be heard. How to get started? The EWC directive sets the general framework. The first directive was adopted in 1994, was recast in 2009, and revised in 2025. To be legally binding, the directive must be transposed into national legislation. Member states have 2 years to do so after its official adoption on EU level. To set up an EWC, companies must meet certain criteria. A company must have at least 1,000 workers within the EU, with at least 150 employees in each of at least 2 member states. Setting up an EWC takes time and is the result of a negotiation process. Both workers or management, individually or jointly, can request it. A special negotiating body, SNB, is formed to negotiate with management on how the EWC will work. If no agreement is reached within 3 years, subsidiary requirements apply. According to the 2025 revision, EWCs should meet at least twice a year in person and can call extra meetings when needed. For example, in case of exceptional circumstances. According to that same revision, companies can face financial penalties and other sanctions if they do not inform and consult the EWC about important transnational matters, or if they do not respect the EWC agreement. In this case, European Works Councils can take legal action, and all reasonable costs must be covered by management. This is an important improvement, as it ensures that EWCs can defend their rights without financial barriers. How this will work in practice will depend a lot on the national transposition in different countries. What to discuss in your EWC? Topics are in principle limited to transnational issues. But transnational? An issue is considered transnational, cross-border, if it affects the whole company or at least 2 undertakings of the company located in at least 2 different member states. For example, when management plans something that could affect employees in more than one country, or when management plans something that affects employees in one country, but the impact could also affect employees in another country. Here are some of the core topics for EWCs. The employment situation and trends, investments, skills and training policies, health and safety, anticipation of change and management of restructuring processes, including those linked to the green and digital transitions and AI. Substantial changes concerning work organisation and working conditions, the introduction of new working methods or production processes. Transfers of production. Mergers, cutbacks or closures of undertakings, new establishments, collective redundancies, including in controlled undertakings. EWCs must receive information on the core topics in a timely manner when they are still relevant and in a form that they can understand the possible impact and prepare for consultation process if necessary and needed. During a consultation, workers' representatives must be able to speak directly with top management or the appropriate level of management. Workers' representatives can be assisted by experts. Workers' representatives have the right to express an opinion prior to the adoption of the decision of the measures in question. Management must engage in a genuine manner in the consultation by establishing a dialogue and exchange of views and must respond in writing to any opinion expressed before making a final decision, provided that the opinion was expressed within a reasonable time. While information and consultation are the primary purposes of EWCs, the practical implementation and the quality can differ widely. But do not forget, it is not only about laws, rules and agreements. Social dialogue is about people. Building a strong team in your EWC is key to building a strong social dialogue. One key advice: focus on topics that are of particular interest and importance for your company. For example, in our sectors, because of their characteristics, health and safety is a very important topic. To increase active participation and involvement of EWC members, EFBWW has been actively promoting the creation of dedicated health and safety working groups to allow for more in-depth analysis and discussion, including site visits. Where they have been put in place, we see they are a success. What about the EFBWW? The EFBWW represents trade unions in the construction, wood, cement and building materials sectors in Europe. We are the voice of our affiliates towards the European institutions and in the sectoral social dialogue with European employer federations in our sectors. We represent more than 1.5 million workers and we are responsible for 80 European works councils in our sectors. We are there to help you. How? Here we go. 1. Expertise and support. EFBWW provides expertise and guidance to help national trade unions to navigate complex corporate structures and legal frameworks. The EU directive allows EWCs to get help from experts they choose. These experts include trade union representatives. 2. Coordination. EFBWW appoints a trade union coordinator for all European works councils in its sectors. The trade union coordinator typically comes from the country where the head office of the company is based. He or she knows the agreement and the national legislation in place. The coordinator acts also as the link between the EWC and the EFBWW. He or she makes sure trade union and workers' interests are protected. The EFBWW organises regular meetings with its national trade union coordinators to discuss, exchange, inform, coordinate and build strategies for specific multinational companies. 3. Training and resources. EWCs and EWC members have the right to training. EFBWW can assist with suggesting topics for training, logistical support, and can provide different trainings and resources on topics ranging from health and safety, climate change and environment, to equip EWC members with the skills and knowledge needed to participate and engage effectively in EWCs. 4. Advocacy. EFBWW brings topics from company and national level to the EU level and vice versa. In our advocacy work, in our role as recognised European sectoral social partner, we fight for workers' rights in our sectors. EWCs play a key role in this work. European works councils are a vital tool for social dialogue in multinational companies. You can count on the EFBWW to support your work in your EWC through the appointment of a dedicated coordinator and by providing expertise, coordination, advocacy, and access to training. EWCs are an important tool towards fairer and more inclusive workplaces in multinational companies across Europe. So, the next time you hear about a European Works Council, remember, it's more than just a meeting room. It is a powerful tool to strengthen workers' rights.
EWCs are also the most concrete, most visible and most powerful manifestation of a diverse European trade union movement and European trade union action. They bring worker and trade union representatives together from all parts of Europe to discuss together and speak with one strong voice in a company. Because we are stronger together.